Does it still feel like the norm is a white guy from a culturally Christian family with a pretty good income and the parents have a really good education, and anything else than that feels like a perturbation?
The higher up you go on the academic ladder, like definitely, like it definitely gets more white and more male the higher up you go. That is still very much true. You are seeing in past few years, you are seeing people who aren't like that climbing up the ladder a little bit and getting into more of those like mid-career positions, but it is still overwhelmingly, I would say, people from very privileged backgrounds.
Talk to us about hope, because that propels us forward every day.
Mm-hmm.
What gives you hope for women in science?
So I find hope in a lot of places. For me, it's incredibly motivational to see the successes of other women. So when I see my colleagues succeed at something, when they get a paper published, when they present a talk at a conference, when I see them in these positions of visibility, it's incredibly inspiring. As well as when I see older faculty members who are women also, achieving these prestigious awards or being in these positions of influence. I can sort of see like, okay, well, that's really cool. Like, I kind of want to be in that position someday. And that's a great source for hope and for vision for younger career women. Something else that gives me hope, I would say, is also all of the advocacy work I see going on around me. And so seeing all of these initiatives that SCWIST has been carrying on consistently for 40 years now, that's not an easy task. And it's really inspiring just to see how dedicated this organization is. And how they've kept at it for so long, because that is a very, very hard thing to keep up.
Do you feel energized, inspired, and hopeful because you belong to SCWIST?
For sure, yeah. Like a large part of my inspiration and motivation does come from there. After every board meeting every 3 months, I always leave feeling a bit more energized and a bit more hopeful and a bit more excited. I typically come up with a lot of research ideas shortly after each of those meetings as well. So I'm sure that's not a coincidence. But yeah, it's just like that exposure to all of these people just living their best lives, trying their best. It's very motivating.
So we're done the formal part of the interview, but let me know, is there anything I haven't asked? Is there anything you want to say you haven't had a chance to say yet?
No, I think I covered all of the points I wanted to.
I think what you're doing is so interesting. Christine Carino and I have worked on a couple of workshops, and one was basically so you're, for the women who say, I'm just a mom, or I used to be a computer scientist, to get them to come back in. We also work with refugee and immigrant women in STEM to say, here's how to meet people and get a job in Canada. And it sounds like what you're doing dovetails really well with our goals. So we should keep in touch with you, because we hope to sort of go out on the road electronically and do this. And even if you have the time, even if you're only a fly on the wall making notes going, oh, they need that. Okay.
Yeah.
Granted, ideas are the easy part.
Right.
But send me an email. lgraves@telus.net.
Okay, let me write that down.
Sure. So L Graves, no period in between.
Okay, L Graves
@telus.net.
@telos.net. So.
And graves is spelled like where you bury people.
Okay.
It's a hard name to say clearly.
That is true, yeah.
Well, I hope this was enjoyable.
Yeah. I did actually just want to add one more point as you were
Please
talking.
do.
I thought of something.
Okay.
And so very originally, the way I learned about SCWIST was actually through my mom, who's a member of the organization. And my mom was, like you described, she was an immigrant woman who came to Canada, and she spent many years raising her kids. And then after doing all of that, she went back to school, she got another degree. And SCWIST was actually the first organization that she got involved with when working her way back into the workplace. And so I can see like what a big effect SCWIST has had in her life, just in terms of preparing her for the workforce, in terms of getting exposure to all of those skills that are necessary in today's workplace. And so, yeah, the SCWIST organization has benefited me in a lot of ways.
You sound very proud of your mom.
I am, yeah.
Thank you for this time.
Yes, happy to.
And let's be in touch again.
Okay, yes, I will send you an email.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I was just wondering, when will this video come out?
I'm not quite sure. I don't have that information, but
okay.
When we do, it will come out through the usual grapevine, I think.
Okay, perfect.
And it's okay to ask as well, to email in and ask.
Okay.
Take care. And
okay,
thanks again for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Bye, Lorraine.
Bye.